So the push-up, even though it's not really a part of the yoga practice, it is though involved in some aspect on the sun salutation. So I will show you after we learn how to do a proper push-up, how we can incorporate it on the sun salutation. Push-up is I would say, really hard exercise to do, but it's a nice and wholesome, if you could say, exercise. It doesn't only develop upper body strength, but it develops core strength and stability throughout the whole of the body. So how to do a proper push-up? There are different ways of doing a push-up, and I will show you a few of them. First, you want to come into your hands and your knees. You want to give yourself some sort of warm-up to your wrists. So one way of doing it, you can shake your wrists. Another way, you place your palms together, interlace your fingers, keeping the heels of your hands together, turn your wrists in both directions. Feel free to warm up as much as you need. Wrist injuries are very common when you develop sun salutations, and the more advanced you go, the more the tendency to injure your wrists. I injured my wrist once, and I couldn't practice for about 2 months. So make sure that that doesn't happen. Come into your hands and your knees. And the positions of your hands is really important. See that your palm, the skin of your palms is spread, and all the knuckles are pressing to the floor. The base of your fingers and the thumbs pressing to the floor. The fingertips also pressing to the floor. Almost like you're trying to grab your mat with your hands. Extend your arms and turn the arms so that the biceps turn slightly towards the front of the mat. Have your knees below your hips, and we're gonna move forwards into the stretch and backwards. Do that a few times. As you move into the stretch, the weight of the body is being transferred, so make sure that you push firmly through the knuckles, through the fingertips. You don't have to go all the way, but take a nice and comfortable stretch. Reach back to release. You can go all the way if you want. Then we do the same with the fingers pointing back. For some of us, or for some of you, it might be hard to point the fingers straight back, so don't worry, point slightly out. You're going to reach back and reach forth. If you keep the heels of the hands on the floor, you're going to find a nice stretch in the wrists. I'm going to point my fingers straight back. If you lift your heels off the floor, you're going to bring into the stretch more into your fingers, which is also good, so it's up to you how you want to do it. A few more of those. Then come to sit on your heels. Shake your wrists out. So the palpation is a really good way to release some tension that you might be storing in your body. When you hurt yourself and you hit yourself with something, naturally everyone will come and bring their hand to the place and give yourself a little massage. Here, just going to place the index and thumb into the space between the wrist and the hand. I'm going to turn both ways. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Create a little bit of a space on the wrist joint and turn. So, you're going to come into a nice plank. You can have your feet slightly apart of your feet together. It's up to you. Have your hands, your wrists right under your shoulders. And when you press, you push up, have your elbows pointing back. Try not to let your elbows point out to the sides. You will develop more strength in time when you point the elbows back. On your toes, it's going to be harder, so feel free to drop your knees to the floor. When you drop your knees to the floor, see that you extend slightly the front, so that you have a nice straight line from the knees to the head. I'm going to do it on the toes. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down. This is called the negative push-up. The opposite is pushing up. Pushing up it takes a lot more strength. So if you want, you can drop your knees, squeeze the elbows, and lift. It is natural for some people to, as you develop strength, to lift your hips first, your chest first, and then your hips. Try to avoid that when you come down, and when you come up, hips and chest lower at the same time. You can drop down to rest, and when you're ready, push yourself up. Chest and hips lift at the same time. On the toes, it will look something like this. Exhale, inhale, or if you want, the other way around. Inhale, exhale. I do feel that during the exhalation, you get a little bit more power to push. So because coming up is harder, it might be good to exhale as you push up. Suppose that you can't do either on the toes or on your knees. So when you come down, you rest, then you bring yourself up any way you can, whichever way you want. But focus on the lowering. Remember, hips and chest lower at the same time. Strong core. Try not to drop your belly, drop your hips, lift your hips slightly. Push the heels if you're on your toes. Lift your toe. If you're on your knees, lift your toes, and slowly, with control, lower. Now, to develop strength, I have a tip for you to develop a lot of strength. Basically, do the minimum amount of repetitions and the maximum time to rest. So you're going to work out how many reps you can do. Say, for example, you can do 10. You're going to do half of that, which is 5 reps, and rest for 5 to 15 minutes, minimum 5 minutes. Resting for that period of time will help your body to rest, your nervous system to release, the acid in the body to come to release, and the muscles in the body to be ready for your next rep. Suppose you can't do it on the floor. You're going to do it on, the easiest way will be to do it on a wall. Bring the hands to the wall. You take your legs back so that you're in a nice and straight line. Bring your hands slightly lower than the shoulders, and then push down and away from the wall. This is the easiest way. And I would say that everyone will be able to do at least one. You do one, you rest, relax for 5-10 minutes, come back, do another one, and do around 4 or 5 rounds of that. Once you develop strength to the wall, you're going to lower the angle slowly, gradually, so that you can eventually do it on the floor. I have a chair here. You can do anything. You can use anything you want. Make sure that if you're using a chair, that chair is not going to slide off. If I'm not using a mat, it's going to slide. So I'm going to place it on the mat because the mat will stop the chair from sliding. Bring the hands to the rest of the chair. Nice and straight line, strong core. Remember, don't drop your belly. Engage your core, engage your butt. Take a deep breath. Exhale, elbows close together. Push. 1. Rest. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Do another one until you can develop more strength. Remember, half the amount of the maximum repetitions you can do. That's the real tip. Then I'm going to lower the angle. Nice and straight line. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale up. Or the other way around. Inhale down. Exhale. See that as I come into the push-up and out of it, have a nice and straight line. Not curling down or lowering, like nice and strong. Half the amount of reps you can do. Rest for a minimum of 5 minutes. Do 4 or 5 rounds. You're ready to go. How do you incorporate that on the sun salutation? We've seen the sun salutation before. We've done the sun salutation before. If you are not sure, please have a look at the videos. We're going to start with the feet together, standing nice and tall, bring the palms to your heart. Take a deep breath, extend the arms through the side or through the front. Arch back slightly. Exhale, fold from the hips into a forward bend. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your palms, step, jump, or walk into a plank. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bend down. Your back bend, inhale. Thighs off the floor or on the floor. As you exhale, keeping the arms straight, lift your hips, tuck your toes, and press back to downward facing dog. If you want to challenge yourself, from your back bend, inhale, and as you exhale, bend your arms, tuck your toes, and then push back to your down dog. Look to the front, inhale, step or jump or walk, lift your chest, and exhale, forward. Inhale up, and exhale, lower your hands by your side or through the front. So I'm going to do 5 of those. You can join me, please. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, down. Inhale, 5, lift, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, walk, step or jump. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Continue, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step or jump. Come up, halfway. Exhale. Up, inhale. Down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, down. Back bend, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step or jump. Exhale. Up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, jump. Exhale. Up, inhale. Exhale. Halfway up. Plank pose. Hold, inhale. Down, exhale. Back bend. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Up, inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a deep breath. And exhale.